30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 87, and managed to get back to yoga today, which was absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that I did. And so today was officially class number 15 for me in just over 3 weeks. So that's except for the first week, that's going 5 days a week. That very first week I only went 4 days. So felt great to get back into doing that. This morning I was a little bit dismayed when I woke up because we were really almost out of fruit, which is hard to believe. Did manage to find some grapes and a pear before I needed to head out, and so I stopped at the grocery store on my way back home from my meeting, and I was like the produce whisperer. You know, you've heard of the horse whisperer, and I think there's a dog whisperer, and I was like the produce whisperer. I was in there, and the fruit was talking to me. Like, you know, I'd look at the bananas, and it was like, okay, hey, these are the bananas that are the rightest for you right now. Same with the apples, and some tomatoes, and some oranges, and some pears, and it was really a unique experience. I mean, I've bought a lot of produce in my life, especially a lot over the last 87 days, and I've never had produce just kind of speak to me the way that it did today. You know, even colors would look brighter that I don't necessarily think that they were. Maybe I was just really hungry for some fresh produce. I don't know. But you know, by the time I'd made my third or fourth selection, I was like, I'm the produce whisperer. So it was kind of fun. Got home, other people knew that I was dismayed. We didn't have any fruit, and so this is how many bananas we ended up with. And as you can clearly see, that's a lot of bananas. However, with a household of 8 people in it, they're probably going to go pretty quickly. So back to yoga today, back to eating right today. As I was leaving yoga, typically in the 90-minute session, I do take one small break in there, usually no more than 5 minutes, and usually just go as far as I possibly can before having to cool down just a little bit. And so as I'm leaving, as I walk out of the room and going back to where the locker rooms are, somebody's got their yoga bag on the floor, and it says in just big bold black letters, "Keep going." And I read that and I thought, wow, that's really interesting. That's, you know, we think about the, you know, just do it, and this was keep going. And you know, for so many people, getting started is the hardest part, and then once they get started, what do? Well, you keep going. And it was more inspirational than I would have ever thought the words keep going could ever be. But it was, you know, as I think about where I am today and where I'd like to end up, you know, if I keep going in that direction, even if I never arrive, which I plan on arriving, but even if I never did, I am so far better off than I was had I not started, or had I started and then just stopped going. And so, you know, persistence is such an important thing, and sometimes, you know, we can lose sight of that idea of how important it is, every little single choice that we make, and to just keep going. Part of going is showing up, so show up and go. I don't know that really works as a memory thing, but maybe it does, because we need to show up. We need to keep going, and if that means, you know, spending more time in the produce aisles of your grocery store than you are in other areas, that's something that you need to continue to do. You got to keep going, whether you're working out at home or you're doing yoga like I am, or whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're going for walks. Keep going for walks. Keep doing that thing that you're doing to get you into a more healthy spot. I think it's easy to get to a certain point. Yeah, you hear all sorts of people. I mean, it happens all the time where they just stop. So many people have come to me and said, yeah, I did raw foods for a little while and then I stopped. You know, nobody's ever come to me and said, yeah, I did breathing for a while, then I stopped. Because you need to do it to sustain you. And really, we need to be doing things for our bodies through our food and through our activity that sustains us and that helps us get to where we want to be. So it was a great message for me, because I took my little break and I got going and kept going and got back into the room and finished and had a great session. And it's also motivated me to do something new for my insomnia, which it's late here, and I'm going to give it the first whirl tonight, leave it as a cliffhanger for you, and I'll let you know how it went tomorrow. Hopefully much better rested than I have been in quite some time. So until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there and rock on.